to FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right. Iron player as good as Tiger Woods in his prime. The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin is his mindset. He's got a 40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at a decent rate of knots. Currently has a share of second place. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort, Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Going with the 9-iron, I think. That's inside the house of opportunity. Putting for birdie here.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Bit too heavy-handed there. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet. Yeah, good job. Nice par. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them. Fair effort. Let's take a look at the current standings. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Few players in the history of the game have had a bigger impact so early in their career than Colin Morikawa, Rich. Some comparisons go as close to Tiger Woods.
As they should be currently right now with what he has done in the game so far in his young career. He's come out each and every week and put pressure on every single player because of his ball striking and because they know that there's no weaknesses in his game other than sometimes the putter. But when you hit it as good as he does, you're bound to make a putt now and again. And each and every week when he shows up, players on the driving range are looking at him going, okay, he's here. I got to have my A game.
Certainly feels like sky's the limit for Colin Morikawa.
2 major championships under his belt right now. Surely more in his future.
Currently at -3 for the event. The fourth hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Good shot there, Beamer. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up?
Oh my, how about that for a par? That'll help make a big move. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Has to putt this one downhill.
This one's looking good.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And with that, he's now broken the tie, all alone at the top of the leaderboard. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left. That's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Oh, well done. After a very consistent run of play over the last half a dozen starts or so, Rich, this player's coming with a whole heap of confidence, and they look to me to be one of the players to beat. Do you agree?
We've seen this player time and time again contend for tournaments, and it is no surprise to see him doing it once again this.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That's very impressive.
This guy is putting the lights out of it this week.
The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 140 yards.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. Yeah, we'll take that. Still in the lead now after that hole. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Ouch, that hurts. An opportunity to make a par here. That was a top-level approach shot, but unfortunately they walk off the green with a par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Well, if you haven't felt snake-bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. 9 feet to the cup. Good looking putt. And in it goes for the par. And now that finds him in first place. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
And choosing the 8-iron here. This one could take a little bounce to the left. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's return to live play now. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup.
Oh, just missed. And that should secure the par on this one. Don't know about you, Rich, but I'm getting my palms sweaty in the booth just thinking about this player's position with 9 to play.
Well, keep your hands to yourself. But yes, this player is definitely dialed in at the moment.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
This one looking really good.
Oh, sensational putt, that one. A big play at the right time, and their rival is now shaking in their boots. Moments like that deserve another look.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with Jon Rahm in second. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. And you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Second shot here on the 12th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. Well, there's the line, the greenside bunker. Can they get this one up and down? trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
This is their look at birdie.
That will drop, and it will extend the lead. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Well, that's a great shot and sets up a birdie look here at the 13th. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. Fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with Jon Rahm trailing in 2nd place. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The 3rd shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your 2nd shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your 3rd in there close.
The great Severano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got...
And there it goes from the sand. And back to the play, shall we? 16 feet to the cup. That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par now. And down it goes. Our leader is up by 4 shots now. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Good putters will make these right on 5 feet. That's frustrating. This one for bogey. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Just a very narrow margin of a lead out there. Let's see if they can calm their nerves and get this done.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
This shot is about 140 yards out. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
These are on rails, looking good.
And with that putt, he's bounced back immediately from his previous drop shot. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Yeah, that was a safe play. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. This for back-to-back birdies.
Looking better.
Just didn't drop. Just 3 feet to the cup. And there it is. Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Go in. And you hold it. What a monster.
Yeah, that is not what you want to come up against mid-round, mid-rivalry. That was mean.
The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
From around 140 yards here, currently leading by 3.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
And it's all come down to this. Make this putt and win the event. Oh, so close. Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to close out the victory. That's tracking. And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now the Valspar champion. What a performance.
Yeah, what a performance, what a win. I mean, just, this player was just amazing all week long.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. 2K Sports in the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of two players who appear to have entered into quite the rivalry.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's currently in a share of 6th. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
And here we are with the third shot.
Pretty good win back into the player's face.
Opting for the 9-iron. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Wow, what a save.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Playing their 4th shot. Oh, well played.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Putting for a par here. And there it is. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Big par saver coming up for this fella. That's disappointing. 8 feet to the cup.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
That's well holed. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Yeah, this breeze just starting to get up now on the course, and it's directly into the face.
That's a bad error to make there. That's headed right. That's not what they were looking for.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Time now for the 4th shot. 3 behind our leader. Didn't that look good for a long time? Putting now for a bogey. And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's got momentum now, just birdied the last hole.
How did that miss? So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner, but the impact that Brooke Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't carry the mantle just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the mantle for Canadian golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, 2-time major winner. But what I'm impressed about most with her game, Luke, is the fact that, you know, she is such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players, and that's why she is such a prolific winner on the LPGA.
Just off the fairway in the first cut. Left yourself an opportunity. Trying to get to even par with this putt.
Looking for another birdie here.
Well, nice to drop a putt of that length. Well done.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Oh, that was a touch of class. Wouldn't mind seeing that again.
What an amazing putt from way out.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
It's been so tight. She's tied here with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
Just 2 shots back after that hole. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area. It will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Yeah, a quality shot, that. This putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard. Was on a good line. Well, it's a bit disappointing. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is looking solid, what they wanted.
So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee. That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that. Time for the second shot at the 8th. That got caught up in a few of the branches. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green. Swirling in this part of the golf course.
Oh, that's almost a gimme. Great chip.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Here's Brooke Henderson's next shot. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The closing hole on this front nine at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. Even for the day. Trying to break into the top 10. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, well played. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently in 3rd place.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And back to the course with the live action. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. Ooh. Oh, that's too bad. Big putt for par coming up. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Not bad. 2 back with 9 to play. Can't afford any mistakes. Let's see if they can continue pressing on and making birdies.
Certainly good at making the birdies, but let's avoid those bogeys. That's tidy. Taking aim from about 170 yards. 2 strokes off the lead.
This one is heading towards the nasty stuff.
A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
And here we are with their 4. Just 2 shots behind. How close was that to going down? Job done. Let's head to the next. Sitting at 1 over for the day. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Playing their 4th shot. 3 strokes off the lead. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Such soft hands.
And it's back-to-back bogeys here. Got to turn this momentum around.
They're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
This is Brooke Henderson. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. And it's Lydia Ko on top of the leaderboard. Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot, as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the lead. Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card.
Yep, tracking well.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
This would be a great up and down. Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. What do you think of the 14th, Rich? A par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, he's got roughly 110 to the pin here.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
This one's online. Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. What do we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Choosing the 9-iron here. That's not the shot they're after.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Found the green side rough. Beauty of a chip shot there.
Judging it beautifully.
And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. As we find ourselves at the 16th, a par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Oh, well played. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's been playing great, looking consistent, and now she's 2 strokes ahead of her rival.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Now 5 strokes behind. As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up this shot with the wind in their face.
Well, it's fair to say that that approach didn't hit the mark.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Oh, I like the look of that shot there, Beamer.
Great touch.
Brooke Henderson.
She's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently at +1 for the tournament.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in two, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Wonderfully played. Getting ready to play their third. This is from miles away.
And this putt to tie Brooke Henderson. Starting to look really good.
And this putt is for a final score of 73. And that will do it. His work is done here. Well, at the end of the day, there's no W in the event, but does that really matter when you come up against a player of the calibre of Brooke Henderson and beat her, Henny?
No, not at all, Luke. You have just beat a multiple major champion. Nothing matters anymore. Not your mum, not your dad, not your dog or your cat. Nothing matters. Not many people can boast about that. So, a great result overall and something to be celebrated.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.